What is up? What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Jay's Trident Podcast, post-game show for the Mariners' really solid 5-3 win over the Guardians, spoiling the Guardians' home opener. Mariners improved to 3-5 on the season. Get a really nice come-from-behind win in this one. So we're going to jump into it. We're going to dive into it, break it down. But really good feeling for the Mariners to win this game. I did not see the first 5 innings of this game. I was at work. So I haven't watched all of it. I didn't really see Logan Gilbert's start. I do know they were saying his velocity looked like it dipped a little bit in his final inning. I watched a little bit of it, like it was on. I had it where I could kind of watch it, but I was doing other things, so I wasn't able to give it a full watching, if that makes sense. So this isn't be my best post-game breakdown, just because, it's not fair if you haven't seen it to say, oh, this happened and that happened. But I'll certainly do the best I can, and I did see the last innings 6 through 9 all the way through. Mariners got down early. They were down 3-0. I know Logan Gilbert uncorked a wild pitch in the first inning. Let's see the other runs. In the third, Josh Bell had a base hit, and then Miles Straw had a base hit. I think there was some stolen bases in there as well for Cleveland. They had, trying to see here, just Jimenez with the stolen base, his second of the year. I thought Logan Gilbert started out he thought he looked solid in the beginning. He was having a little bit of tough command with some of the breaking pitches, and the one he spiked in the dirt. The fastball looked pretty good. He had a couple nice sliders that looked like sliders, curves, slurves, whatever you want to call it, that were in there. The rest I didn't see. His final line isn't too bad. 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 6 Ks. There's control and there's command. It's two different things. And Mike Blowers was making the point of the broadcast. His command just wasn't there. He was still throwing strikes, but he wasn't throwing where he wanted them to be. So Logan said he wasn't concerned about the velocity dip, didn't notice anything. It was cold in Cleveland. The offense had some tough at-bats early on, so he was going right back out there. And it's also the 8th game of the season, his second start. So I'm just not going to be too concerned about it. If it's something that keeps going, then yeah, we'll look into that. But until there's something to tell, there's nothing to tell. I can't dive in. I'm not going to speculate on stuff. But like I said, overall, not a terrible start from Logan. 81 pitches, 49 strikes. That's a little low. Not terrible. Yeah, a little low. Well, not terrible, I guess, but not great either. And like I said, not a terrible start. I think he was bad. Normally as he gets that pitch count a little bit higher and whatnot, works into it, he probably goes 5 innings today. Again, against the feisty Guardians lineup. And there were a couple hits early on that were kind of bloops that fell in there against him. It happens, led to a run. So, I thought Logan Gilbert was honestly fine overall. If the velocity dip is something to be concerned about, then yes, that would be the one concerning thing. But if it's not, and it was just maybe the weather, just maybe just didn't have the feel for it, then I'm not worried about Logan Gilbert at all. And I'm okay with how he pitched today. The bullpen was fantastic. They pitched 5 innings, allowed 1 hit and 1 walk over 5 innings, and they struck out 7. That's what they needed. The Mariners have been walking too many hitters to start the year, and it's come back to bite them. Now, have the Mariners been hurt by some bloops? Yeah, like that we talked about in the post-game from, Wednesday. Trout and Ohtani had those little infield hits, little bleeders down the line, but you walk people, you put guys on, you leave yourself susceptible to that. If you avoid the walks, then you can avoid those bloop singles and those dink and dunks really hurting you. Credit to the bullpen. Matt Brash was ridiculous, striking out the side in the 7th. Good to see Andres Munoz get a strikeout. I talked about the strikeout stuff hasn't quite been there yet for Munoz. He's been fine, but it was good to see him get a strikeout. Thought he gave up a home run to Jose Ramirez. Teoscar Hernandez made a great catch on that. And a good inning from Paul Sewald. A nice, clean inning. I wasn't worried about that inning he had the other day in an 11-0 game. Really nice outing from Sewald. Offensively, Mariners get down 3-0 going into the 6th inning. They're down 3-0. They put together a little rally. It started with, and this is where not seeing the game hurts me a little bit here because I forgot how they started it in the 6th. Let's go to the box score here. If That's bottom 5th. Top 6, Colt Wong struck out. Jared Kelenic, that's right. The one-out double. Great hustle double. Kelenic's had some good at-bats. Even one where he flew out in the 8th inning, I think it was. Got really solid contract against a tough lefty in Heron. Flew out pretty deep to left field. Actually would have been a home run at Fenway Park, if you look at the numbers. So he's put together some really nice at-bats. That was a nice double, and the hustle out of the gate was beautiful to see. He advanced to second, and then Cooper Hummel. Oh, no, that was when they tied it. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was when they tied it. It was 3-2 going to the 6th. I apologize. I'm off again. Didn't get to see it. I probably shouldn't do a post-game recap if you didn't see the whole game. That's when then Cooper Hummel struck out. JP doubled the tie. Great game from JP as well. They scored their 2 runs in the 5th inning. Cooper Hummel led off with a single. JP had a double. That scored him. Julio struck out. Ty France single made it 3-2. And that's how they got the 2 runs in the 5th inning. Then JP tied in the 6th. And of course, in my opinion, the man that will take home the MVP award this year, Julio Rodriguez, 2-run home run after Sandin came in to replace Savale. Mariners finally broke through against Savale, shut them out last Saturday. Got off to a good start here. They got his pitch count up in the 6th inning. Finally were able to chase him with a few runs, and then got into the Guardians bullpen and made some damage against it. And you got guys like Julio. They are good enough to hit any pitcher in a bullpen, regardless of how good that bullpen is. So really good from Julio. And he stung one in the 9th inning too, that was caught by Gonzalez, who kind of misjudged it, but still ball hit pretty well. And Julio had a bloop single to lead off the 1st inning. So let's look at the offense a little bit here and how their numbers fared. That is the Guardians. Julio was 2 for 5 with the 2 RBIs on the home run, his 2nd home run of the year. He's hitting .286 on the season. He is just stinging the ball like crazy. He's being aggressive, but he's still drawing his walks too when he needs to. He's not chasing, and that's the key. Like, plate patience isn't about just watching every pitch go by. It's about getting the pitch, and Julio's being aggressive. He's not being undisciplined. He's just going up there swinging early in the counts. A great start for Julio. Ty France had an RBI hit. Eugenio had a single and a walk. You had to see him get in the home run board, but he's hitting .344, so he's getting enough hits to make up for that. Cal Raleigh had a ringing single and 2 walks. Really happy that Cal Raleigh's got off to a good start this year. Probably, honestly, I mean, Julio is my favorite Mariner right now. But, you know, Julio is like Ken Griffey Jr. Like, he's kind of that unattainable. The big dumper, Cal Raleigh, is just kind of like my personal favorite player on the team. I'm rooting so hard for Cal Raleigh. And so great to see him, after what he did last year, continuing that success. Again, we're only 8 games in, but it looks like Cal is the real deal here. Colton Wong worked a walk. Jared Kelenic had it 1 for 4 with a double. Listen, Kelenic's not lighting the world on fire yet. Remember how slow he started last year. Even him hitting .211. Let me see if I can get some other updated numbers on Kelenic here. Like 566 OPS. He's not great, but he's got a couple walks. He's got a couple nice hits. I think Kelenic's off to a decent start. I know the numbers don't bear it, and he's playing good defensively. Like I said, I said in my pregame, this is a guy I really want to see have a big series for the Mariners. I'd love to see. He's going to get a lot of playing time this series. The Guardians are starting 3 righties. So I'd really love to see Jared Kelenic have a big series. And a good start. It wasn't the 3 for 4 I was calling for, but he did have a double, which helped start the rally. Cooper Hummel had his first Mariners hit. Good to see. Be great if the Mariners could start getting some stuff from that DH spot. Teoscar Hernandez had a hit. That was in the 1st inning. And then J.P. Crawford, 2 for 4, 2 doubles, tied the game. Listen, what J.P. is doing so far on the season, he's hitting .269 with the .752 OPS. If that's what J.P. can give them this year, that's fine. From your 9th inning shortstop, that's a good gloving shortstop. Sign me up for .752 OPS and a good glove at shortstop hitting 9th. Sign me up for that all day. And even one of the at-bats where he grinded out, he got it to a 3-ball count. JP's done a nice job working the counts deep. So I've been impressed. I think JP is off to a good start here. I'm just going to look at Julio's. Curious where his numbers are at overall here. Talk about the average, 913 OPS, 3 stolen bases too as well. He stole a base in the 1st inning too. So really good start. And then, for the pitching staff, Jose Ramirez did have a hit and a walk. Josh Naylor had a couple hits, but really after the first 4 innings, only 1 more hit for the Guardians. So the Mariners did their job. They didn't let the big bats, bust them out with Ramirez, Naylor, Josh Bell. And like I said, really the heroes of the game today, Julio, Julio, JP in the bullpen. There's some other guys, Cal, in a real nice game, but Julio, JP in the bullpen deserved the most credit today. That was the reason the Mariners won this game. That's 2 out of 3. Listen, yeah, we're only 8 games in, so I got to look at things, look at the little things and celebrate. The Mariners have won 2 out of 3. They're back to 3-5, and now it's all about winning series. No matter what your record is, the goal is to win a series. The Mariners now have 2 games here in Cleveland to win this series. They've got a shot. They just need to get 1 more here to win this series and set themselves up for a real nice road trip. Marco goes tomorrow against Cal Quantrill, and then George Kirby against Plesac to finish it up. So we'll see. Hopefully they can get that done. But it'd be real nice to see the Mariners get their first series win. It'd be great if they can win tomorrow, too. It'd be their first winning streak, technically, of the season. So hopefully they can get that done. Really nice come from behind win today for the M's. Spoiled the Guardians home opener. And 3-5 is better than 2-6. So we'll take it. Let me know what you guys saw of the game in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. All that stuff. And please hit the like button. That also helps me out a ton. Gets the videos out there to more people. And I will see you all next time. Go M's. Peace.